Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen, and today's video is going to be a Top 5 Wednesdays video. Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group that is hosted by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. I will leave her channel as well as the Goodreads group down below in the description box if you would like to check it out. And this week's topic was top 5 characters that you used to love but don't anymore. And surprisingly for me, I actually had a hard time with this topic because I knew of at least 2 characters that I definitely used to love at the beginning, but I certainly don't anymore. But I kind of had a hard time picking my other 3 characters, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first character that I wanted to share with you guys is one of those characters that I had a hard time picking, and that character is Adam from the Shatter Me trilogy by Tahereh Mafi. Adam turns out to be a very good guy at the beginning of the series, but it's not like he turns into a bad guy by the end of the book, by the end of the series. It's not like that at all, but we see a different side of Adam in the second and the third book that we definitely didn't see in this first book. In this first book, he comes out as the hero. He comes out as the guy who makes everything okay. He's the one who's going to rescue you from your problems. But then towards the second and third book, we kind of see a side of Adam in which we see that perhaps his version of being a hero is not a good thing, as our main character kind of grows into herself and she becomes stronger and she's beginning to depend on her own strength to kind of rescue herself. We begin to see that side of Adam in ways he very much holds back the main character from realizing her full potential, and that is one of the reasons why you will see a lot of Adam hate in the booktube community. I personally don't think Adam is terrible. I actually really like Adam. He's just someone who's very protective and he kind of comes off as overbearing, and that's the reason why a lot of people kind of disliked him. Definitely don't agree with some of the choices that he made, and I definitely do not like him as much as I liked him in this first book. Alright, and then the second character that I kind of very much disliked by the end of this series, but I definitely loved at the beginning of the series, is Gale from the Hunger Games. Now I know what you're thinking. Gale is a tremendous character, and he really is. He does some great and very much heroic things for Katniss in this series, but he obviously has some problems, and he makes a very big mistake in the third book. To me, if I was in Katniss's place, it would be unforgivable for me. I don't understand why he thought it was okay to allow what happened to happen, and I get that he was a soldier and he honestly doesn't have much of a say, but he could have definitely said something to Katniss, and he obviously didn't. He kind of... Alright, and then the next character is the main character of a duology that I just actually finished reading, and it is the main character from The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, and I believe the main character's name is pronounced Shahrzad. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that very badly, but I really liked her. In the very beginning of the first book, I felt she was a very strong character, and she had this determination to right a wrong, and she is trying to take revenge on him for something that he did that's very terrible. I liked her. I like her determination. I loved her strength. However, towards the end of this book, and primarily the second book, she just changes. Because she falls in love with the guy that she's supposed to take her revenge on, it kind of changes her in a way. She becomes a very weak character. She becomes very arrogant and ignorant, and I definitely didn't connect with her as much in the second book as much as I did in this first book. Alright, so we are now getting into the 2 characters that I definitely used to like in the beginning, but I certainly don't anymore. And the first character is Tamlin from A Court of Thorns and Roses. If you have read the series, then you know very much why. He does something very bad, multiple bad things in the second book, but he was the good guy in this book, and a lot of people saw his abusive behavior in this book. I never saw that. I thought he was a great character. I thought he was very sympathetic, and he was the hero of this book. I really liked him, although from the first book I always liked Rhysand. I thought there was just something about Rhysand that kind of made me ship him more than Tamlin. When we get to the second book, Tamlin just kind of goes nuts. He just becomes very different in the second book. He's someone who takes away Feyre's freedom, and he wants her to become more like a nice pretty decoration in his home instead of a real living human being, a partner. So I loved Tamlin in the first book. I really did. But by the time the second book ended, I just wanted Tamlin to be as far away from me as possible, or basically as far away from Feyre as possible. Alright, finally, and the last character on this list is probably the one that I feel the strongest about when it comes to this topic, and that character is Celaena Sardothian, aka Aelin from the Throne of Glass series. Celaena started off so amazing. In the first 2 books, even the 3rd book, I loved her. She was someone who had a bad past but overcame that, became a strong character. She always made sure to remember that, you know, it took a lot of pain and a lot of struggle to get to where she was. But she is someone who drastically changed, in my opinion, in the last 2 books, which it was The Queen of Shadows and The Empire of Storms. The Queen of Shadows is my least favorite book in the series, primarily because of Celaena. She went from this relatable, strong assassin into this arrogant, snobby fae by the last 2 books that I've read. I absolutely don't care for her anymore. I'm continuing on with the series, mostly because there's only 1 book left in the series, but mostly because of the side characters of this series. While I was reading Empire of Storms, I wanted to skip all of Celaena's / Aelin's chapters. I didn't want to read about her. I wanted to read about the side characters, but Celaena is definitely a character that I can for a fact say that I very much used to love, but I definitely hate now. Alright guys, so those are the 5 characters that I definitely used to love at the beginning, but I certainly don't anymore. As the final 2 characters that I did talk about, honestly, when I read the topic, they were the first 2 names that popped into my head. Let me know down in the comments below what characters you used to love but certainly don't anymore. Do you agree with some of my choices? Do you not? Because I would really, really love to know. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. All of my social medias are linked down below, including Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a good day guys, and keep reading. Bye!